What is a religion? This is a very important question for us Christians to be able to answer and answer well, especially in a time of crisis like we're currently in with this whole coronavirus. I'm getting a lot of questions about being Lutheran and what is Lutheran and what makes being Lutheran different than being Catholic or being Reformed or being a Baptist. These sorts of questions, I think, all stem from a more foundational question, which is, what is a religion? And it makes sense that we would struggle to be able to articulate the differences between the denominations because we don't have a fundamental understanding anymore between the different denominations about what a religion is in the first place, which make it more difficult for us to actually give explanation to why there are differences between our denominations. But I'm not going to go into all the differences between the denominations in this video. I just want to give a very simple description of what a religion is. A religion is simply an account of the way things are. It's an accounting of things, or more simply put, it's a story. It's a story of the way the world came into existence. It's a story of how we came to exist as humans. It's a story of the God who created all things, his interactions with this world, especially in and through the people of Israel, and then finally in and through his son Jesus of Nazareth, and how all things have precipitated out of that God's interaction with this creation, most notably for us as Western Christians, in his creation of the world. Which gives us a perfect example of why we should operate with this understanding of a religion and use this as our description of a religion. One of the main issues that we have in the Western world, especially in the United States, is this argument over stories, over accounts of the way things are. We call this the evolution and creationism debate. And I imagine it's a debate worth having. I don't find it compelling to have these debates. You know, we've seen this debate with Bill Nye and Ken Ham, which was lackluster at best, but offend anybody that really got into that. But I didn't find it compelling, and I didn't find it compelling because the fundamental question that needed to be answered wasn't ever asked, which is, why are we arguing about competing religious accounts and trying to argue, without actually getting to the fundamental question? So the fundamental question is, what is a religion? And a religion is an accounting of things. Now, for us as Christians, this is important for us to have in hand now more than ever, because it's important for us to understand the source or the foundation of all the other things that we do in our church life or in our religious practices and where they come from. And it's important for us in relation to this description to have the story right, to have the right account of things and not have it be messed up in any way. Because if the accounting of things is messed up in any way, then there's a very good chance that our practices as Christians, our thoughts as Christians, our religious ceremonies as Christians can often be askew. They can be messed up. And I see this more and more in the present day with Christianity in America. And it's a big problem. And it's a big problem because we're not stopping to ask ourselves this fundamental question. The fundamental question, what is a religion? And the simple description or answer to that question is, it's an accounting of things.